Hi, JJ here from 22 Explosive Hits, coming at you with a video, and this is a contest entry for Momma's Records. And he's at 200 subs, and he wants to celebrate that by having a contest. And so the criteria of the contest is first we need to show an album with a perfect B-side, and then show another second release of a band that avoids the sophomore slump, and then show a double album that I think is a perfect record. And then at the end, he wants me to give a shout out to two channels. So here goes. The first one is show an album with a perfect B side. And for me, I picked 52nd Street by Billy Joel. This B side to me is perfect from start to finish. It starts off with Stiletto, and then it goes into Rosalinda's Eyes, Half a Mile Away. A great song in my mind by him. It's Until the Night. Beautiful song, really well composed. Great kind of he uses the track melodies of himself with the different levels of the voices, and it's really beautiful. And then it ends with like a little riff called 52nd Street at the end. So it actually is kind of how it starts off. As it starts off, almost like a story. It goes through. Each song just really blends together really well, and it because a lot of his stuff is hits, but this B-side doesn't feel like it's like a bunch of hits, one stuttered after the other. It actually feels like it blends, and it's actually a full concept album. So I really enjoy that. The next one is show a second release with the sophomore slump, and I went through my collection, and I was like, I know albums out there that have the sophomore slump, and I know what they are. I just don't have a lot of them from different bands. But the one I do have, it probably is the Beatles. With the Beatles, there's, the first album, Please Please Me. Then they came out with the Beatles. I'm going based on the UK releases. I know there's there's US releases. There's all these different ones. But for practical purposes, if you look at their discography, this is listed as number 2 on their stuff. And this just kept on going with It Won't Be Long, All I Got to Do, All My Loving, Don't Bother Me, Little Child, Till There Was You, Please Mr. Postman, Roll Over Beethoven, Hold Me Tight, You Really Got a Hold on Me, I Want to Be Your Man. Just great album. It didn't disappoint, obviously, based on sales at that time. And even now going back, to listen to it, 50 plus years later, it still sounds awesome. The next one is to show a double album that I think is a perfect record. This one was very easy for me. This is probably also one of my favorite records of all time if I had to rank records. This is the Almond Brothers live at the Fillmore East. It is an amazing live album. It goes, one track to the next, doesn't disappoint. Great guitars, great bluesy sounds on here. This one starts off with State Spiro Blues, goes to Done Somebody Wrong, Stormy Monday. Side 2 is on this one, on side first record. Then side 2 is a 20-minute song called You Don't Love Me. Then it goes to side 3 with Hot Lanta, In the Memory of Elizabeth Reed, and ends off on side 4 with Whipping Post, the whole side. And people, jam bands are some people's taste, not other people's taste. I enjoy jam bands. I'm a big Grateful Dead fan as well. So I'm also, but the Almond Brothers, this one here is just a perfect record. And this is the gatefold of the inside of it. And this is the back. And so this would be my pick for the double album that I think is a perfect record. Now the shout outs that I want to give. The first shout out I want to give out is for a guy. I really enjoy his music, his take on things. I really enjoy how he presents himself to the vinyl community, and that would be Chris over at Rekkid Talk. And I really think people need to sub him up, give him all the kudos that you can give him. Like his channel. I do suggest I put a link, obviously, to the channel below. The other one is a kind of guy that doesn't live very far from me, actually. It's Slambo's Car of Idiots. Slambo, or Sean, he puts out very unique comedy records. He's into the children's records. He's into a lot of different stuff. And if you watch his channel, you'll learn a lot of fascinating information about different music that I never really heard of, and others may enjoy hearing it because they're into it, or maybe enjoy hearing it because they want to hear different music. But yeah, he goes into a lot of the old jazz. He's really up on. I love comedy records as well, so like I always banter with him back and forth with Monty Python or Robin Williams, and he loves the old comedy like the Smothers Brothers. So links down below. Please sub him up. That'd be great. And so that concludes my video. I just want to remind the vinyl community, let's bring each other up rather than bring each other down. Have a great day.